Hey Double Dip babes! In this video, I'm going to be doing my second manicure using the Winter Angel Dip Powder Nail Kit from Double Dip Nails. This is a limited edition influencer dip powder nail kit. If you want to see more information about this dip powder kit, make sure to check out the last video of the unboxing and swatching of this kit. For this manicure, I'm going to be using the color 723. This is called Almond Dust. I'll also be using the color 624, and this is called Suave and Smart. And of course, the color 855, and this is Vanilla Cream. Here's the swatches of those three dip powder colors. I think they go so well together, and I'm very excited to see how this manicure turns out. I will also be using the Mermaid Tail Fluffy Nail Brush to dust away the excess dip powder, and also the dip base, which is number 2, and the activator, which is number 3. I am going to be using more products, but I'll show them as I use them. I will be using the cuticle pusher to pour the dip powder over top of my nails. I have already prepped my nails by applying some peel base and some long nail tips. If you want your nails to last, make sure to follow a very good nail prep routine. To apply the dip powder, I am going to be using the dip base. Here's the other hand. If you would like to see how to do this manicure, check out the last video. I'm personally not very worried about building the structure of this nail, but if you do have long nails like this and you want your manicure to last the longest amount of time, definitely make sure to build up the apex of your nail before doing the final layers of dip powder. Having good structure will make your nails last longer. After applying the dip base, I'm just going to take the cuticle pusher and pour the dip powder over top of the wet base. Because of the nail length, I'm not able to dip the nails into the dip powder, so definitely keep that in mind if you like to do very long nails. I'm then going to tap away all of the excess dip powder, and that's the first layer. This dip powder color is so beautiful. For the ring fingernail, I did attempt to do a dip powder ombre. I will admit that this did not turn out like I had planned in my head. I'm not sure if it was my technique or just using these two colors. They're not very compatible together for dip powder ombre. I'm not sure what it was, but I think it was more my fault than the products. So you will see me attempt to do the dip powder ombre, which I do just end up filing off the blue dip powder portion and doing another layer on the tip of the nail with the brown dip powder to cover up the mistake of the ombre. Sometimes we just have design ideas in our head that does not turn out the way that we want them to. I'm completely okay with this. I love how these nails turned out. I just wanted to be very real with you guys and show you that even I make mistakes with my nail designs, and it's completely okay. You can retry your nail design that you originally wanted, or try to do a different design that goes with your idea. So as I said, I just tried to file a little bit of the blue dip powder off. I'm then going to take the dip base and apply this to the entire area where the blue dip powder was. This is about half of the nail length. I'm then going to dip into the brown dip powder to cover up all of the blue dip powder. For the middle fingernail, I am going to be doing some color blocking. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, I struggled so bad with this nail. It did end up working out in the end, so I'm so glad that I stuck with this design instead of filing it off. But I'm going to go ahead and take the blue dip powder, and I'm going to dip the nail at an angle. Tap away the excess dip powder, and I'm going to go ahead and dip into the white glitter dip powder. I am just eyeballing how thick I want these color blocking lines to be. After I've tapped away the excess dip powder from the blue and white, I'm going to take the cuticle pusher and pour the brown dip powder over top of the base of the nail. At this point, I thought this design was going to turn out really good. I then tapped away the excess dip powder, and that's when I noticed the mistakes. The brown dip powder did not have a clear line, so I took the Mermaid Tail Fluffy Nail Brush and dusted away the excess dip powder. I did actually go back in with the dip base and try to reapply the dip powder to only those areas. I feel like this did not really help too much, but I was trying so hard to save this nail design. Once I dipped into the brown dip powder, it just dinged out the entire nail and I was so disappointed. So I just went ahead and moved on to the next nail, which is the index nail. For this nail, I am going to be doing some normal dip powder application and dipping into the blue dip powder. I am just doing a solid blue nail for the index nail. I do personally think that the struggles with this dip powder set do come from the fact that these nails are super long for dip powder. Dip powder is really great and very easy if you have short or medium length nails, but doing dip powder with nails this length is very difficult in my opinion. I do want to keep practicing though. I love this length of nails. I love how this nail set came out, so I definitely think that my struggles were worth it. For my thumbnail, I am doing another solid color nail with the normal dip powder application. I am going to be using the white glitter dip powder for the thumb. After those layers are dry and dusted, I'm going to be repeating the same step to do a second layer of dip powder on all of the nails. As I said, I'm not really doing any structure work for these nails. You can build an apex for dip powder nails. If you guys would like a tutorial for that, let me know down in the comments. I am just doing 3 full coverage dip powder layers for this manicure. So for the failed ombre nail, I am just doing a solid brown nail for this finger. This shade of brown dip powder is absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much. In my opinion, it's the perfect brown color for nails. I've really been loving brown manicures lately, and this color is perfect. So again, for the middle finger nail, I am just sticking with my plan of doing color blocking for this nail. Even though I did have that brown dip powder dinge out the rest of the dip powder colors, I just wanted to keep trying because I really wanted this nail design to work. So I'm just going back in with the same steps that I did earlier for the color blocking on this nail. I, for some reason, completely forgot and just dipped this nail into the brown dip powder. I pulled it out and I was like, how did I forget that? It does look kind of bad, but I do end up saving it, so don't worry. I'm going to take the Mermaid Tail Fluffy Nail Brush and dust away all of the excess dip powder after those layers are dry. So I did go ahead and do another layer of dip powder on all of the other nails. I did save the middle fingernail to do on camera just in case like anything happens with it. So let's go ahead and do that fingernail. So I am doing these same steps to do the color blocking on this nail. I do go ahead and dip the tip into the blue dip powder and then dip the middle of the nail into the white glitter dip powder. And for the brown dip powder, I decided to be extra careful with the cuticle pusher and only pour the dip powder up to the color blocking line. I do think that this helped a lot, and I honestly wish that I would have been a little bit more careful with the color blocking with the first 2 layers of dip powder to try to prevent the white glitter dip powder from having any of the brown pigment in it. It is a little bit dinged out on the right side, but it's not very noticeable after doing the nail art. After all 3 layers of dip powder are dry, I'm going to dust away all of the excess dip powder using the mermaid tail fluffy nail brush. I'm then going to take the 000 clear base and I am going to do an encapsulation layer on all of the nails. So technically this manicure does have 4 layers of dip powder on all of the nails, but only 3 of the dip powder layers are the colored dip powder. I am just doing the normal dip powder application and using the cuticle pusher to pour the clear dip powder over top of the nails. Once the encapsulation layer is dry, I'm going to dust away all of the excess dip powder. The next step is to take the activator, which is number 3, and apply this very generously to all of the nails. Activator does harden the layers of dip powder and allow your nails to be shaped and filed, so this is definitely an important step of doing dip powder nails. I'm then going to be taking my Bella Vina Professional Portable E-File and the Fine Grit Sanding Band to file and shape the surface of the nails. You can use a hand file, but personally I think an e-file is much quicker and this is what I prefer. I am going to be using the e-file at a speed of about 9,000 RPMs to smooth over the surface of the nails. I'll be honest, this was very difficult for me because this is my non-dominant hand, so the filing does not look very nice at all, but I do get the surface of the nails pretty smooth. I went ahead and filed all of the other nails off camera. After the surface of the nails have been filed, I'm then going to take a hand file and I'm going to reshape these nails. I'm going to start by shaping the free edge of the nail. I'm then going to go ahead and file the sides of the nail as well. Here are the nails after they've all been filed and shaped. I am going to be doing some nail art, but I like to do nail art over a smooth surface, so I'm going to take the No Wipe Gel Top Coat from the Premium Jelly Liquid Starter Kit, and I'm going to go ahead and apply a layer of this onto all of the nails. I do feel like this step is optional. You can do your nail art underneath the gel top coat, but personally I love to work on a very smooth surface. I'm also going to be doing some sugared nail art, so for those nails I also want the base of the nail to be shiny. Once the gel top coat has been applied, I'm going to cure for 1 minute. For the pinky nail, I am going to be using the gold snowflake stickers. I have already used a few of these. I'm just taking some tweezers and I'm going to grab these snowflakes that I want, and I'm going to be placing these onto the pinky nail. I think using nail stickers for decoration are so easy. They always look so cute and they're very easy and beginner friendly. I do have to say these nail stickers stick a lot better when you have a smooth surface rather than trying to stick them onto filed dip powder nails. So if you are having issues with these nail stickers not sticking, make sure to apply a good base layer before trying to place the nail stickers. I'm going to be placing multiple stickers onto the nail. I am going to take the white gel art liner from the gel liner collection. I'm going to be using this on the middle fingernail. I'm going to be drawing a really big snowflake coming from the side of the nail. To draw the snowflake, I'm picking one area on the side of the nail and I'm going to draw multiple lines coming away from that area. You can draw as many or as few lines as you want. You can also make these lines very thick or thin. It just depends what look you're going for. After I have the main lines, I did wipe away a little bit of polish from the brush. I don't want to have too much polish because I do want these lines to be rather thin. I'm just going to be drawing some V shapes on those lines that I've already created. Doing nail art with your non-dominant hand is very difficult. It's a skill that you have to keep practicing on to get better. No two snowflakes are the same, so it definitely helps out the situation of using your non-dominant hand. I'm then going to be drawing some very thin and short lines in between the ones that I just did. I'm then going to take the white gel polish that I've placed on a small container, and I'm going to use the small side of a dotting tool and place some dots at the end of the lines. I'm only applying the dots to the lines that have the little V shapes at the tip of the line. I'm then going to be taking the vanilla cream dip powder and I'm going to use the cuticle pusher to pour this over top of the wet gel. I am doing this before I cure so that I can have a sugared effect. I'm then going to do a full 1 minute cure under a UV LED nail lamp. Once the nail is cured, I'm going to take a manicure brush and dust away all of the excess dip powder. I'm then going back with the gold snowflake stickers and I'm going to be applying these the same way that I did for the pinky nail onto the thumbnail. I am going back to my white gel art liner and I'm going to be doing some diagonal lines on the index nail. I did want this design to kind of imitate a candy cane nail, so I am just drawing some lines with different thicknesses. I do kind of try to pair thinner and thicker lines together because I love the look that it gives. So right here I do have a medium thickness line and I'm going to be drawing a thinner line just beside this one. I'm then moving down the nail quite a bit and I'm going to be drawing a super thick line going in the same direction as the other ones. I'm then going to be adding another thin line right beside the thick one. This nail design is also going to be sugared, so I'm going back with vanilla cream and I'm going to pour this over top of the wet gel. After the dip powder has been applied, I'm going to cure for 1 minute. After the nail is cured, I'm going back with my manicure brush and I'm going to dust away all of the excess dip powder. I'm then going to take the nail wipe gel top coat and I'm going to place it on top of this container. I did wipe off all of the excess gel polish, but I'm using the white gel art liner bottle brush. I'm picking up the nail white gel top coat and I'm going to be drawing the sweater design on this nail. I do apologize because this is very difficult to see on camera. I did try my best to get shots that you're able to see what I'm doing. For the first step, I am just drawing straight lines going vertically down the nail. I did try to leave a really good space in the center of the nail for the sweater design. So as you can see here, I'm just taking the nail white gel top coat and I'm drawing some S shapes in the center of those two lines. You do want to try to get this as consistent as you possibly can to create a really good consistency in your nail design. I personally love sweater nails. I think they're so gorgeous. I love seeing everyone do different nail designs with this technique. After I've completed the center nail design, I am going to draw some really short straight lines on the side of the nail going diagonally towards the center of the nail. I am going to repeat this on the other side of the nail as well. After the top coat design has been applied, I'm going back with the cuticle pusher and the brown dip powder color and I'm going to be pouring this over top of the wet gel. Once that design is fully covered, I'm going to cure for 1 minute. After the nail is cured, I'm going back with the manicure brush and dusting away all of the excess dip powder. The final step for me is to take the nail white gel top coat and apply this to the pinky and thumbnail to encapsulate those nail stickers. And of course, I'm going to do a final cure under the UV LED nail lamp. After the nails are cured, I'm going to take the cuticle oil, which is number 6, and I'm going to apply this to all of the cuticles. It is important to rehydrate your skin after every single manicure. And here are the nails. I absolutely love how this nail design came out. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you want to see more videos, you can click the boxes or subscribe to Double Dib's YouTube channel by clicking the circle here. You can also subscribe to my personal YouTube channel by clicking the circle here.